Hi YouTube, cue the outrageously professional intro. Intro. All right, now that everybody around us is taking a good gander at all that.
Oh, God.
I figured I would do a real quick video. We've been out swimming most of the day and just having fun with the warm weather. So that's just going to be a quickie video. I wanted to thank Mission Betterment for going ahead and making a reply video to me. They gave me a lot of insight into some of the things that you're going through that probably add into kind of falling off the wagon, so to speak, and that's okay. The important thing is you're picking yourself up, and I think you have a good head on your shoulders, and it just won't be a thing from here on. And if it does, oh well, you'll get back to it. It's just one of those things. I'm also really glad that you took it in the right way, because yeah, frankly, I was a little nervous putting up the video because I didn't want anybody to take it the wrong way and thinking that I'm actually calling them out. You know, I don't know what in the world you'd call a video like that I had posted, but call out, shout out, whatever. It was definitely one or the other, and I really didn't think it was much of a call out as far as that goes. Yeah, if I'd have to sit a while and think about what kind of gives me the resolve that I have to go vegan. Or plant-based diet, I think, is the better way to think about it, and avoid all the kind of trappings that veganism bring to mind when somebody talks about going vegan. But luckily for me, the flavor of the different things that I'm eating is pretty good, and with the ability to add a lot of spices and do some stuff like that, all in all, not too bad, and I can kind of deal with that. I can say that to a large, frankly, the largest extent, it's somewhat easier for me because I'm also doing this as kind of a way to worship God, and so that the abstaining from meat to me is a bit of a sacrifice, if that makes sense. I'm not going to go out and sacrifice a bull or a ram or a lamb or something like that. That was done away with many centuries ago now. So and so what can I do? Well, it turns out through prayer and some other things that this is what I'm going to do. In addition, there's a lot of health benefits that are backed up by science that I like quite a bit, one of which is to reverse heart disease. I've never been diagnosed with heart disease, but I think that it doesn't take too much of I don't know that I need to get a professional involved to say, hey, you know, you're 450 pounds, the chances that you have clogged arteries or whatever, I just think it's easy enough to say, well, that's likely to be the case, and I need to change my diet. Certainly I don't want to go on any statins or anything like that, and I didn't consult any professionals before I started this, so I couldn't tell you what my blood levels were of anything. It's just more of looking at kind of the scientific research behind some of the different vegan things or plant-based diet things that made sense to me, and that's the route that I'm going to go. I don't think I'm doing any kind of damaging things to my health. Certainly, I would suggest if anybody had any questions that you consult, you know, your primary care physician and maybe a dietitian. You had mentioned that you were doing or seeing you have received some professional help with your diet, and you know, I would certainly urge you to go with that professional's opinion. I'm just going based off what I've read and what I've seen. Nutritionfacts.org is a great place to start if you're interested at all in it. Dr. Long day today. Dr. Greger's a really neat guy. He's got some great info out there, especially if the dietary promises or the for lack of a better term, the snake oil salesman promises of the different foods to eat and stuff like that. A lot of it's been put to the test, and the results are there. So I think for me, if I have the scientific results kind of in hand that I can look at and say, okay, if I do this, then I can have this kind of reasonable expectation, then so be it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Maybe that helps explain the resolve. You know, the other side of it too is I got my partner here, Gator Bait Nate, and you know, I got to think about being here for him. When I was younger, I never thought that I'd ever have kids, and you know, I got him, and he's been quite the blessing over the last 12 years. So, you know, I would like to have grandkids one day, or hope he has kids so I can have grandkids. Is how it goes, and I'd like to be there and see that. So, you know, it. I have a chance to kind of hop off that weight train that I was on and live a more healthier lifestyle, and so that's why I'm going to do it. There's a few other things that kind of get into that resolve that I'm just not going to talk about right now on YouTube. I'm just fresh out here, and yeah. So I'm going to leave you with kind of a quote for a Mission Betterment here. From somebody that I really kind of have in high esteem as far as quoting people. And the quote is this: free yourself from mental slavery. Right, that's not the quote. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. And that was by Bob Marley in the Redemption song. So, yeah, pretty good. You guys have a good day. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, and I'll officially be 1 month vegan at that, so I get to celebrate that 1 month of being vegan or plant-based lifestyle with fireworks show at the end of the night. So I'm really happy and excited about that. I'll probably post a pretty lengthy-ish video on that one. I don't know. There's been a lot of changes that I've had recently here in the last week. Well, all of which I'm very excited about. So yeah, it's going way long in the tooth, and I'm tired, so there's no need to babble on. You guys have a good night. Thanks for the reply video.